に一点の曇りなし。全てが正義だ。ドジャーンドジャーンドジャーン、一体何のつもりなんだ。
Truth and lies collide. From the shadows they strike, they aim to defy. He stands tall, never shy from the fight. Through the chaos and the noise he strides, with a spirit unbroken amidst the divides. Facing the storm, he's got his pride. Echoes of his battle cry, loud and amplified. Hear the battle cry, stand strong, never let him die. In the heat of the moment, we ask why. Warriors unite as time goes by. Let your spirit fly. In the rhythm of the night, we amplify. Strength and honor never die. This is our call, our battle cry. From the towers high to the gritty streets, he carries the fire, feel the heat. Bleeds and beats in the political jungle. Every move precise, he won't stumble. Respect the code, live by the creed. In this game of power he leads. Against the odds he plants the seed. A warrior of a new world indeed. Hear the battle cry, stand strong, never let him die. In the heat of the moment we ask why. Warriors unite as time goes by. Let your spirit fly. In the rhythm of the night we amplify. Strength and honor never die. This is our call, our battle cry. In the crossfire, he stands alone. A symbol of power, a force unknown. Threats and whispers, the seeds are sown. Yet his resolve like steel has grown. Defying the darkness, facing the fray. Every challenge met, come what may. In this battle of wills he paves the way. His legacy like a bright array. Hear the battle cry, stand strong, never let him die. In the heat of the moment we ask why. Warriors unite as time goes by. Let your spirit fly. In the rhythm of the night we amplify. Strength and honor never die. This is our call, our battle cry. Feel the power, feel the might. In the silence of the night, echoes of the past, futures bright. Warriors' hearts burning light. Feel the power, feel the might. In the silence of the night, echoes of the past, futures bright. Warriors' hearts burning light. Hear the battle cry, stand strong, never let him die. In the heat of the moment we ask why. Warriors unite as time goes by. Let your spirit fly. In the rhythm of the night we amplify.
Yeah, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Welcome to another fine edition of GNF Televisable. That's right. We're here. We're Fridays. It's Friday. Where's Fridays? It's Friday. It's Saturday for some, but Friday for me. How's everybody doing out there in Chatsville? Is everybody doing great? Everybody doing grand? Did you enjoy yourself for the entire week? Did you see anything exciting? Anything else? As usual, I am the hosties with the musties. I am the Canadian rep, better known as Robert Cummins for some. I am the internet demon at large for others. And I have had a very interesting week. Yes, yes. I've seen some rises and falls and a little bit of blood here and there. Jesus Christ, it's been a very interesting day. I put out my tweets out there, I guess. I put up my posting for those who wish to participate, and I wait religiously, actually soundly for them as best I can. But how's everybody out there? Everybody doing good? I can see you. I can smell you. Yes, yes. And if you can hear me, say hi. If you wave, I know you're going to do something. But yeah, no. It's been a very interesting week. A very interesting week. We've had, you know, I want to say about 5 days of a, of a man that was questionable carrying around a 50 rounds of ammunition, a ladder before the rally of July 13th. Things like that. It is interesting. It is interesting as the days go by. More and more information is being given to us, but it is fascinating. But I don't want to spoil a lot because you never know. We have people who may or may not join for this lovely conversation. We'll have to wait and find out. That's right. But oh yeah, we also have the Yusuke phenomenon. That's right. The ongoing issue with Yusuke, useless as some would actually claim it to be. Yes, yes. The Black Samurai, the historical Black Samurai, will now be also gay in black, as well as he's going to beat up a lot of Asian folks. So it is what is. Hello, Lynn. How you doing? Let's see. The information is different from day one. I know, right? It is like that. It's always kind of an ongoing process when it comes down to that. It is insane when you look at it. I mean, what was it? What was it? Outside of he climbed the building, people didn't really pay attention to him. Then he fired off some shots from the AR-15. Then it gets a little worse. We find out that outside of that, he's also injured a few other people to go with. Um, One happened to be a fire chief or something to do with that, and he passes because he's saving his kids. Blah blah blah. We go on to more information. You find out that the Secret Service wasn't doing a good bang up job, and then you move into maybe there were bomb making materials that were found inside of his vehicle and at his home. He also had another 150 rounds that were purchased. He had all the other stuff that come with. There wasn't a ladder there. Yeah, ladder was there. Ladder wasn't there. See, apparently he purchased the ladder and brought it with him, as well as the AR that his father purchased originally and then brought in. But we'll get to that big one. We got a Gem X. Gem X.
Hello. I
Hello.
apparently have no avatar.
I know you're black. Well, congratulations.
I'm completely black. I'm blackout
right?
black.
I know. Yes. The slope is also very dangerous for the super elite Secret Service.
Oh God, are we
The
still going on about
USSS.
this
No,
slope?
I love the factor that you guys are utilizing a Nazi kind of phrasing there. The USSS. I love it. I love it.
USSS is what it
Yes. The
A triple
United
S.
States Secret Service. USSS.
So I'm waiting for you to guys. I mean, I'm hoping that you guys have the extra Thunderbolts. I really do. I really do. Uh, can't call you racist. That's for sure. Yeah, it is a hard sell on that one. But yeah, no. How has your week been?
Well, I'm bleeding from my ear.
I
I had kidney stones yesterday.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just getting better and better.
So you found out that you're pregnant. Well, congratulations.
Oh goddamn! I wish I was. Fuck, that hurts so bad. I get up and I'm like, man, I got a pain. Oh, and then I had to pee every 10 minutes afterwards, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I just start getting more painful. I'm burning. Oh God, what do I fucking got? And then I heard tink tink tink, and I'm like, oh fuck, that's worse. I'd rather have fucking I'd rather fucking have something. God, please give me something else.
Well, you do realize that the kidney stones are the male equivalent to giving birth.
That's what they said. I believe it. The arithmetic is very sensitive.
So,
But it was like sitting up there. I was like, oh, the last time I'm like, okay, I gotta do this for. I'm just gonna fucking pass out. So I go, think, and I'm like, just like pain and suffering and relief all at the same time happen, and I'm like,
no,
okay.
so basically, Lynn, what I'm speculating what happened is, while he was trying to pass the kidney stone, he passed out throughout the pain because he didn't have
Almost
epidural or anything like that, and then his head bounced off of the corner of like the the sick thing that they have, like little table that they have, the sick that's supposed to be the
we do have a little stand,
little
on
cabinet,
above
that
my.
kind of thing. His head kind of just bounced off it from the side. Ergo, he a little bit of a cut on his ears because of that.
No,
Also,
I got cut inside my ear.
yes.
My eardrum is ruptured.
See, that'll do it. A quick impact. At your age, anything could happen.
I'm just trying to figure out how that happened. Like
A light
I probably
breeze.
was sleeping.
A light breeze. See, Lynn now she agrees. See,
so what are we talking about tonight? I have nothing except the Trump stuff, and
you have nothing but the Trump stuff. I mean, the Trump stuff did kind of trump up a lot of different.
It's just, well, there's other things. We always talk about alien Romulus.
I know, right?
Oh God, dude! I saw that. I was like, that is a complete rip off from the first Alien, and it sucks. And I'm just like, wow, that just sucks.
Yeah, well, I mean, it has just like the Twisters, which is pretty much a rip off from the Face for first movie. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah,
it has its moments. I know Sparky, he enjoyed it. Me personally, I thought it was kind of mid tier. I forgot
it was
what happened.
okay, but after watching it 20 times with other people who were like, "Yes, Red Twister," and I'm like, "Oh my fucking God, why?"
No, but the sequel to it, I found it mid tier. I kind of predicted the ending, because the ending is kind of self-predictable. And realistically, I forgot everything about the movie. That after it was all said and done. So I actually forgot what I was watching half the time. Was I watching show? I feel like it was.
So the Twister was basically forgettable. Got it.
Yeah, for me, it was totally forgettable. It wasn't like on the edge of your seat, action packed. I was like going, okay. There's a lot of CGI. There's barely an actual chase that's happening. There's barely characters that are up there that I could relate to or even want to deal with. Yeah, they tried throwing a backstory for all these characters. I'm like, I don't fucking care about these people. I really don't.
We can talk about TikTok's new political entertainment policy.
I'm not on the TikTokers, so you can tell me all about it.
Well, it turns out that TikTok says you can't get paid politically to do stuff on the TikToks.
Oh.
To politically advertise. Okay. Even though one of their Harry Sessions has been doing, he stopped doing it last month, because this was rumored to be coming down the line. He hasn't been on his TikTok in over a month, and this is when they were discussing that, and it just became official. And I'm like, well, so does that affect me if I just put up stuff, political
Yeah.
stuff? And do I get kicked off for that? And apparently, it depends. It depends on who you vote for, who you're rooting for.
Speaking of rooting, hello Ben, how you doing? We were
How
rooting
you
until
doing,
you show
Ben?
up.
Were you? I feel so.
Yeah, I was still rooting for my mug. I mean, honestly.
Hey, Lynn, how you doing?
Where's the mug, Pen? Where's the mug?
I mean, I just want my mug. I mean, Dragon has a whole collection that he's demanding. I don't know. Even though I have a collection of things that you said you were going to send me, but never really sent
Yeah,
me.
money's the
But
issue
regardless
right
of the
now.
fact, I'm rooting for you for you to arrive. So you arrived because hey, we're going to be talking about your blonde guy.
President.
Yes, yes, yes. Your blonde guy that you obviously going to be voting for.
Blind guy?
Blonde guy,
Oh.
guy.
I mean, technically, they're both blonde, except one is now more bald than the other.
One's legs hair turns blonde in the sun.
Ugh.
Yeah, but
I mean, eventually. Wait a minute, Jem. Eventually, all hair gets bleached in the sun.
mine
I know,
doesn't.
but he likes to have little children rub his legs. while
Rogue,
they're
that's because you
blonde.
don't go out in the sun.
That's correct.
Black hair doesn't turn blonde in the sun.
No, it will turn gray, but
It does not
may
turn
You
also
mean it
go
isn't
white depending
already?
on the genetics. But I will not dare set a foot outside of the outside in all the glories of that beacon of light that's out there, that fire death ball that everybody glorifies and worships, and I kind of go, ooh no, bad. Bright light. I'm like that gremlin. Ooh, bright light.
There is a red sticky note on.
Yeah, pretty much. And apparently there's a sticky note on Gem's side of things, so I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
Now
I don't know,
he
could be a
sounds
lot
like
of
he's
things.
there. You go. I was wondering.
Now, a red sticky
We have a Biden supporter. Who's the Biden supporter?
I don't think Among Us. Among Us.
I mean, I'm a Canadian. I support Canadian-based stuff, and honestly, if we can get rid of Trudeau, I would. I mean, personally, I would go out of my way to do so. But
I mean, it looks like Biden's. By the way, speaking of Biden, it looks like he's staying with us, no matter how much we don't want him.
no, I mean, he is an American, so unfortunately, I mean, dimension American.
Well, that he's gone all the way away from. But in the presidency, apparently he's staying. So
Well, if he decides to stay, he decides to. I mean, honestly, who does he have that could honestly replace him at this point?
no one, because basically, well, think of it like Hillary Clinton 2016. Nobody wanted her, but somehow she won the fucking thing.
I love Lynn right now. You're such a doll.
I want him to stay.
Let him stay. Yeah.
I want him to stay too. I want him to stay too because it's going to be fun. I got COVID.
Okay,
it's
okay,
just
okay.
like
So
Trump
we've
getting
had
shot.
this whole entire
Yeah.
kickoff, which is kind of weird. That's so we have this rally that happened. We have the assassination attempt that happened after said rally or during said rally. Then we find more details after said event, which wasn't very much. We'll put it that way. And then we ended up watching more shit go through all the Democratic media and all that kind of stuff. And now here we are past the RNC convention. Well, the Republican convention, we'll put it that way. And the libs are also, well, Democrats in general are freaking the fuck out because of Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, out of all people.
What did I tell you, brother?
Yeah, I don't care about that COVID shit. I really don't. I thought it would be something better and exciting. It's the same shit. I don't care. So honestly, you have the left trying to make up fucking excuses of why Biden shouldn't be, doing the whole blah 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 with President Trump. But no, it's really the factor that they've fucked up. They banked on this person, thinking that it would be another cakewalk over Trump, and could have been until that assassination attempt, which was the golden goose. Hate to break it. Hate to break it.
Hate to wait. What was
That assassination attempt is the golden goose for the Republican side.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I called it within hours when that photo started to emerge of him pumping the fist in the air with the flag
Well,
behind
everybody
him.
thought it was AI.
That is the
first.
money shot, right there.
It
That is
had
what-
potential. It also had potential. I mean, that's where when it comes back.
Oh no,
down
you're
to it-
absolutely right.
Yeah.
But how could you not see that?
No,
And
I
him saying fight, fight, fight after he got back up.
I understand. Like I said, it is a golden shot. When you look at the opposite side, if they were politically sound, they would have been found a way to counteract that. Unfortunately, your Democrats aren't politically sound, apparently.
No, they're not, because I mean, have you seen their memes? This comes down to the
What
left
memes?
can't meme. The left can't meme.
Exactly. What means?
I mean, if they were, and they've done that to themselves because they're not allowed to have independent thoughts of, oh, let's take something. They don't have actual humor. We'll just put it that way. So, which they've lost. They've completely lost actual humor.
That's why the right can make fun of itself and still support this man. They can make fun of him. I can call him Cheeto Man, and I will still support him up and down, left and right.
Yes.
Forwards
I mean,
and
he can call
backwards.
himself. He will call himself Cheeto Man sometimes. I mean, heck, the priest that did the impression of him, he fucking laughed his ass off at that. He thought that's funny.
Yeah.
The man can laugh at himself. If anything, Trump has ever proven anything to me, he can laugh. He loves it when you make fun of him. He doesn't. He loves it when it's spirited, when it's just joking around. When it becomes mean-hearted, that's when he gets pissed. And that's the problem with the right or the left. That's all they know how to do is just be mean fucking hearted.
Orange Man bad, yeah.
I mean, that's
Oregon Man bad. I got it, Lynn. I got it. You didn't have to figured it out. I'm intelligent. I know, kind of witty for a Canadian. Being intelligent too.
Plus his dyslexia makes it writes it. So
I know, right?
it did for me too. So I was like, yeah.
Organ Man bad.
Yeah, no, but
yeah.
when you look at it, and it's something I know. I spitballed with Jim that the Republicans did have an opportunity. Not the Republicans, sorry, the Democrats did have an opportunity to kind of push themselves in a more better light by just simply coming out, kind of going, call for peace. Yes, it was uncalled for. I can't believe this did it, or these people.
Well, they did until the next day, and then Jean Pierre was like, "Oh no, we're still going to call him a piece of shit."
Yeah, that's where the problem comes in. They should have stuck with that particular narrative. That would have won them over.
What I think what is the most deranged is the TikTok videos of the youngins coming out going, "How could you fucking miss?" It's like, oh, you do not realize the hell that we would be in right now had they actually.
Oh, if they
that was the other thing. I did notice those. And again, this was the derangement of the left. The extreme left has always been the same thing with the extreme right.
Oh, yeah.
They are a level of derangement that's beyond regular, like average citizens or average people. These people like levels of immaturity. They have different levels of mental issues.
They do not have the brain capacity to. They do not have the brain capacity. There is something in common with these people, is the instant gratification. They do not know patience and forethought. Because if they understood patience and forethought, they would understand, oh, as much as I don't like this man, shooting him would have been bad. because then
This
more violence would have broken out, and they would have also had targets on their backs.
see, that's something again. This is what happens with a certain degree of people, and unfortunately, this happens a lot with those who have different levels of autism. They really don't have a degree of forethought.
Yeah, they're
See,
this.
your extreme left, like your extreme right, has the same issue as a mentally imbalanced individual.
Yes, I know, Rogue. I know. Good thing they don't make up the majority of the population, but
Nope.
unfortunately, yes, this applies both left and right.
Yes.
It's the extremes that the rest get painted with that same colored brush.
When you look at the and this
However, statistically, statistically, there are more deranged people on the left than the right.
to a degree, but when it comes down to it, when you look at the norms, and this is where most people are have to really look at it. When you look at the norms, the average people who don't pay attention to the everyday politics, that have nothing to do or want to do with wanting to vote because they view both sides of these leaders or potential leaders as questionable, not good for the country, not going to go anywhere directly. They don't represent them. Period. End of line. When hearing about what happened to Trump, a lot of them will have actually changed their mind, changed their tune a little bit.
And I will give credit where credit is due. A fair amount of them did.
Yes. And that's where you have to remember. For me personally, I've always been looking at the norms, the average person, because the extremes happens no matter what. I look at
Mhm.
Twitter, I see the extremes. I go out in the real world, the IRL shit, actually talk to people, touch grass, eat hot dogs outside in the real thing, trying to avoid sunlight.
Why do you have to
But
bring up hot dogs? What did the hot dogs ever do to deserve this?
they're tasty, and they're full with sodium, and sometimes they're sprinkled with goodness, like chili. But but uh, well, that's the other thing I have to kind of correct you on that one, because it feels like Mark Zuckerberg will most likely fall in line with the Trumpers.
Because he knows his ass is grass.
Not just that, not just that, but he knows that currently his Democratic leader or your Democratic leader is not mentally sound to go forward. So you have no other choice. This is something that's unheard of. This is kind of questionable, because if you go onto like the social media gambit, if it isn't China saying you can't profit blah 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 off of this political shit, the other members such as X, Facebook, so on and so forth, they have all allowed the floodgates of fuck Biden to exist now. What does that tell you? It tells you that the heads of these departments, excluding Elon Musk, the heads of these departments are literally siding up with he is open game now. He's no longer a suitable candidate going forward. So you can say the FEC and all that kind of stuff is doing whatever they're doing, but again, you have to look at the current wave of the direction of things, and it just seems funny that just after the just after the attempt and the failure, you have everybody kind of agreeing that this has gone too far, and some have decided to turn their little wagons around. It's very fascinating watching it in real time. Very interesting, especially from a Canadian, a guy that's sitting outside of the actual American borders and shit, looking from afar. I can see Seattle from where I sit, and Hawaii is like way fucking over in the opposite direction.
Can you see the Space Needle?
Unfortunately, I think that's a that's a fucking copy of the Toronto Space Needle that we have. So fuck you.
Okay.
Actually, the funny thing is that so downtown Vancouver, we have the Harbor Center. It comes with one of those Space Needle like revolving restaurants.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I get to see a Space Needle anytime I go downtown. So if I go to Toronto, we have another one that's very large and in charge. It actually represents all of the downtown area of Toronto. And then we have Seattle that has their own. So I honestly think somebody was copying somebody. So
Somebody was.
it's like, God
So,
damn it, come up with something original. It's bad enough that most of the high schools here in the Vancouver area, the east side, anyways, we're all set up like little penitentiaries. Because again, the funny thing is they use the same fucking blueprints that they did for some of the penitentiaries for the schools. So there you go. And most of my schools could fit over 2,000 in an area. So I just imagine all the cells that you can possibly figure out.
concerning.
I know,
But
right?
okay.
It is concerning. Canada is a fucked up place, but we do look the border there. We do kind of look at what's going on, and we kind of
So,
go, there's something happening. Some of us are very pro Trump. Some are going to be very pro Biden. Others are going to be really smack dab in the middle, kind of going fuck that shit, Canadian all the way. And we have our own fucking problems. But when it comes down to it, our media that's leaning left is very Biden-esque. And those that are leaning a bit on the right hand side of things, the conservative side of things, are very leaning towards Trump-esque. Uh, Me personally, I think the assassination attempt is stupid. It was a stupid call. I wanted to know more details on how something like this could happen and did happen. And unfortunately, the more and more that we're getting into it, the more and more information is coming out. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. So
yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. I know Lynn's trying to play around with the whole CN Tower versus the Space Needle. I honestly don't care. I was just having fun with that one. Like I said, somebody was copying somebody's homework, so it's all good. I mean, at the end of the day, as I pointed out earlier, I grew up in a school, high school that was designed as a penitentiary. So what the fuck do I know?
I mean, the way that schools are operated now,
I know,
pretty
right?
much.
I know, right? Jesus Christ. So yeah, so the more information that we got, first we weren't too sure who the actual shooter was, right? Because we had one kid that was alive and one kid that was dead. Both names were kind of thrown through the ringer, and now finally we concluded, or it was concluded finally, after almost a week's worth of delay, that we get the actual name of said shooter, Thomas Matthew Crooks. What a beautiful name, Crooks. And according to some of the actual belief going forward, his parents were also counselors in some way, psychological counselors or some kind of thing. Could you believe that?
Um, I believe it just as much as David Hogg's dad being part of the FBI.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Now, there is speculation that the senior crook, he was a card-carrying Republican. We won't know because, again, uh, because the FBI is involved, as we don't know. But he apparently, the junior, the now dead crooks, it was able to snag his father's AR-15, and
It's always an AR-15.
well, it's a classic weapon nowadays, Pat. It's one of the most easiest used weapon
Yeah, I
for
know, Rogue. I
the
know.
average civilian as well as military,
I know.
especially up and coming type
I
of
know.
young military. So it's always going to be the AR-15, easiest weapon to even snipe from somebody from afar. Problem with Crux is that he's a failed marksman. So obviously he couldn't wait to take the shot. He couldn't wait. He couldn't wait. But it gets better. It gets better. So apparently he was also able to use this. This came out not that long ago. Just this is news now. New breaking news. He was also able to use a drone prior and searched out the area.
Oh yeah, I just saw that while you were talking.
So this is new. Now the kid not only was able to purchase pretty close to 200 rounds, we'll just say, he had the ability to make his own form of ballistic bombs that go boom. Apparently, he had transmitter that was on him, and a few different kind of bomb making materials at his house and in his car. Plus speculative whether he had a bulletproof vest with him or in his vehicle or at his house. Don't know, but that again is added on to this entire thing. So not only that, he also prior to the shooting, he searched for images for the public appearance of one Donald Trump, Biden,
Goddamn.
Garland, the Christopher A. Ray, as well as the Princess of Wales, for some fucking reason. I don't know if he was getting a hard on Middleton, but she's already spoken for and already has kids, so I don't know. Maybe he's one of those kids that really likes mills. I don't know. As well as he was looking for the information of the DNC. When that's going to be happening, the Democratic National Convention, when that was going to be taking place, as well as there has been some internet searches, according to some of the findings of what was it, major depression or major depressive disorder, as well as on top of that, the Oxford High School shooting. So this kid had a smorgasbord of different targets and different interests. We'll put it that way for his internet search, and I'm going to put that in air quotes. Internet search.
His last search was porn, though. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that I agree.
It was trans porn, by the way.
He is the
We're
son
very sure of
of Calvin Hogg, former agent, Federal Bureau Investigations. His mother is Rebecca Baldrick, born inside you. Okay, cool beans.
They also found the woman that was sitting behind Trump and just watching with her phone up
Yes.
was an FBI agent.
Actually, that might be still refuted.
Again,
That's still being refuted.
regardless of the factor, yes, there's a lot of speculations that happen inside that portion of it because, again, here's the funny thing. The kid was able to come to the actual, where everybody gets kind of frisked in that, with a rangefinder, allowed in.
Here was the thing: they did have tabs on him because of the rangefinder. Did black flag him, but it didn't apparently put up enough flags to keep him from going there.
There wasn't enough. Look, there weren't even any dogs in the general area that would normally be there. They had other people that were allowed in the back that were not vetted to be in the back.
There was also rumors that half of the team that was supposed to be there was put on to break 26 minutes before the shooting and sent to McDonald's.
Correct. So there's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of questionabilities going forward.
I think the one thing that's more concerning me, aside from all of this other information being found out, is there was a briefing with the Senate with the Secret Service, and they only answered like 4 questions, only from Democrats, and then any other questions that were queued up, no, they ended the call and that was it.
Of course, of course.
Then
Oh,
when her ass was cornered at the RNC convention,
mm,
she fucking took off. She literally she was running up those fucking stairs.
mm.
So the buck starts with me, but I'm not resigning. I love it. The buck stops here, but I'm not resigning, and it's not my fault. It's like,
Well, of
really.
course, it's not going to be their fault. I mean, honestly. So again, it gets worse and worse. Also, apparently, according to some whistleblowers, that entire team of Secret Service agents were green.
Yeah, I think we could all kind of tell that one. I mean, some of them did a very good job. Don't get me wrong. The ones on the ground, I think there were only two that reacted a little slow, but which was the woman
Who couldn't
and,
holster her gun?
and the other woman that was short. She was the last one to get there. Everybody else turned, like there's a video that shows almost the entire team and how fast they react up those fucking stairs.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And it was all the men. And one guy fucking did a stage dive from the back corner, jumped up on the stage like a fucking wrestler,
Get
and
down,
then
Mr.
whoosh,
President.
it's Austin. It's Stone Cold.
He okay with that tackle that Trump got. It also bruised him a bit. I think it was his leg that also got bruised. I think it was either his leg or his shoulders was reported that he
Allegedly, when they got on top of him, his shoes came off just because of the force
yeah,
of them
because
dogpiling.
according to Trump, they were snug fit, so he was hit pretty hard. After
here
the
was
fact.
And that's
thing.
why he was saying, "Let me get my shoes. Let me get my
I know.
shoes."
The
I was
woman that
confused
was
when I
right in
heard
front
that.
of
I was
him
like, what
picked
the
up
fuck?
shoes and threw them off the stage.
Yeah.
Before then he asked for his shoes. He was like, "They're on the ground, sir." Don't.
But
Jesus fucking Christ. It was like watching a fucking Betty Hill
it was,
video.
but no, I will have to say that I'm gonna have to give Trump some credit here. He acted very quickly under a very serious situation, an intense situation. Most would normally run. He did the duck and cover very quickly.
He did
As,
a
as
good
for
job
all
getting
all
out
the,
of there.
I'm sure that they had him do some training.
he's probably had training
This is his
previously,
third. This is the third attempt they've had on him within
but
his.
but most of the time it doesn't click in. I'm sorry, it doesn't always click in.
Most
No,
of the
you're
time, it
right.
doesn't get this fucking far.
Yes.
It never got this far. The other two were people jumping the cat barriers, and one jumped the barrier, and another had a gun, and they quickly pulled him off stage.
Shit, there was
People in the
another
crowd.
security breach for the first night of the RNC, I think. But they took care of that all outside.
No, these were when he was president or running
No,
for president first
I
time.
understand, but this
I
is
believe
following
that
the
there
assassination.
was another speculative that did actually happen. There was another breach, but it because of the Republicans having their version of Secret Service or their people, they kind of, as well as Biden's.
Oh, did you see the
also
Secret
did
Service
over
team that brought him in when he first got there?
the
Holy
all-male team.
shit! It was
Talk
like
to the all-male
fucking.
team.
That was fucking. That was a team that was like that looked like fucking SEAL Team 6 or some shit.
Yeah, but that's
Fuck.
called overdoing it. And
Well,
that's kind of you can
After
consider
Saturday,
that
well-
that's like that. Not even that is enough.
no, but
They
again,
keep-
that's what you consider a cover up. Somebody's covering up for somebody's
Yeah.
mistakes.
But there's going to be a lot. Like I said, the second the FBI got a hold of this case, the truth was lost to us, so it doesn't matter.
So yeah.
Basically, at this point, Twitter's got more accurate information than fucking the FBI.
Well, funny enough, I got most of these details, all these speculations through Twitter.
I know, that's the sad thing. Hell,
And I actually did cross-reference to make sure that all these details are correct. And unfortunately, when you go through YouTube, which is another good place to get all of this lovely information, yeah, a lot of it's legit. So
What
even
was
the
it, the-
speculatives are very legit. They're
the
leaning
news media.
that
what was it, the
direction.
news the thing about the Thomas Cook, the kid.
Yes.
whatever the fuck his name
Correct.
is, the shooter. They said, "Oh, here's a schoolmate that hasn't been a schoolmate since fucking the second grade." Here, and then there was another guy who's like, "Yeah, I went to high school with him. I was in his class. He was a know-it-all, and he would call me stupid for supporting Trump."
Well,
I mean,
hang on, it's better.
and he was
No,
in
no.
the year fucking
The only
book.
reason why he called him stupid because he was he was like a Mexican or something like that. He was
Yeah.
Spanish.
He was Hispanic. Yeah, that's why. Right.
So
And then they said,
because he decided to that, I kind of like what where the leaning of Trump is. Well, you've got to be an idiot. So yeah, they're trying to paint it with the broad red brush and saying that this is a thing, that this is
his parents were Trump supporters, not him.
questionable.
Even that was questionable too. But yeah,
I would prove I am very leaning towards the father is a Trump supporter, the mother is a Democrat.
and the son was retarded. So
Again, you can look
Jimmy.
the first thing I saw
Jimmy.
when I first saw that kid, I'm like going, that's got to be an Asian whitey mix with a chin like that. Fuck.
And
That's
then
a
you just
level of
realized he was
autism I've
retarded.
never seen.
Then you just realized he was inbred retard kid. So I mean,
Well, I found out later, but I still want to know exactly what his parentage is.
you can look it up. We got their names. Their hair
Now
names
I've got
should be online.
the names. Now I've got the names, so I've got to look it up. I'm gonna have to do an independent on that one to find out for sure. And I bet you anything, I'm probably correct. What is probably?
You think his mother might be? It looks like so.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's there is something completely off on this kid, and I like the factor how they only are showcasing his high school shit.
No,
You
they
notice
have
that?
yet to show. Well, here's the thing. It turns out he has a second phone, so they don't know where that is.
No fucking shit. But again, they only showcase this fucking high school shit.
But this kid seems very. This kid, for as stupid as he fucking was.
Well, it was in
What
the
I would-
20s, so I mean,
From what we figure out, how did he get to this level? How did he get? I don't mean why did he do it. I mean, how was he able to come up with this level of a plan at the right time, at the right?
Certainly,
How?
certainly didn't do it by himself.
No.
well, here's the other thing. He doesn't have a lot of social media presence.
Doesn't mean he didn't have outside help.
No, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm saying that he doesn't have a lot of social media presence. If a person doesn't, and again, from a private investigative level of Canadian kind of shit, if a person doesn't have a lot of social media presence, there are two possibilities.
Fake kid.
Feels like
First
something
one
was scrubbed.
is he was told to scrub everything that he can possibly have, or was helped to scrub everything that he possibly had.
That's kind of what I'm going with because
Possibility two, his parents are fucking strict and denied him of any form of massive social media presence until he was of legal age.
here's the thing. I don't think so because according to all his friends, he was a computer specialist.
Yes.
Some of his friends, he knew a lot about computers. He could build computers, he could put them together.
Right.
Which leads to me, why doesn't he have a
And he
social
had a
media
Steam
presence?
account. He also had a Steam account. And his manifesto, his quote unquote manifesto, which wasn't very long, it was presented on Steam before he decided to do the deed. So again, like I said, he currently doesn't have a huge social media presence. So that tells me personally that there's more to this than what meets the eye. There are speculatives that there were more than the single shooter. I'm like going, no shit, Sherlock. There was like 4 up on a fucking wall somewhere. You had 3 that were on one side of the equation. You had that motherfucker on the opposite side of the equation. But it seems like that your special elite secret services that were supposed to be protecting your former president kind of just allowed him to get up on a slanted wall. Took a good aim for a very long time, literally was looking at the Secret Service agencies, looking at him, and they were having this kind of, I don't know, symbiotic communications with each other, waiting for one to do something. Again, like I said, feels weird. Not saying that it's a complete setup, but I wouldn't put it past it. So that's just me just speculating, throwing shit at the wall. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, which is okay. I'm fine. But yeah, it's weird, especially when you have all of this. The kid was known prior to this, flagged prior to this, having a fucking rangefinder, was able to use a fucking drum, was able to do all this shit. Yes, I've seen it. I don't care about it. Put it.
but it's pretty much fucking accurate.
You can go to the twatters and see it. I get it. I will spotlight it briefly. Well, okay, it's not there, uh, but yeah, it just seems kind of weird. Yes, there was a lot of waiting until somebody made that decision to pull that trigger. But unfortunately for your secret soldiers, your mighty SS, they can't react until there's an actual physical danger being
Well,
The question is why was the order not given earlier?
here's my thing.
Right.
I've said this before. It's probably the ROSOP or the OPSEC, or whatever the fuck they call it. The ROSOP is Rules of Engagement, Standard Operating Procedure, or Situation Operating Procedure. If they could find that form, whatever that form was at the time, because before they could act or say, "Hey, these were the rules. It wasn't our fault," they would have to either fax it or sign it or whatever.
Yep.
So that report does exist because someone was stupid enough to say, "Well, I was told these rules," and not actually have form to prove it. They're an idiot and they deserve everything they get afterwards. But I have a feeling no one was that fucking stupid.
You can be surprised.
Well, I know. It's the government. Usually, if you make it up that far, you realize paperwork is fucking everything. Trust me, I know this for a fact. And you find out who issued it. That rules of engagement will have someone's name on it, and they'll have something with somebody's name on it, and so forth and so forth.
Well, I won't put it past if it has a female name on it.
Like a Crystal, whatever.
Probably
or
something
Cheetle.
to do with a Chris or a stripper name that goes with it. You know,
Christy Cheetle.
yes,
Kim or Kristen or Kimberly, no, Kimberly or whatever.
It's
I can't remember the fucking name. Kimberly, I think it's Kimberly Cheetle.
The diversity hire gone to work is very strong. Look, I'm okay with hiring
Worked
women
at
as
Pepsi.
long as they know how to do the fucking job.
None of these women seem to, or they know how to do the job for the person they're currently working for.
Oh yeah, I question that. I actually do, but. No, I mean we have reached this point of no return. It's just a matter of course correcting. Unfortunately, for everybody who's got the potential of course correcting, the Americans get to do it first. Unfortunately, so hopefully your government will actually course correct. I don't know if that's going to be a good strong thing going forward. It feels like this motivation of the never Trumpers are still going to be somewhat in charge. So it doesn't matter whether you have Trump in control or not. It looks like he's still going to have that fight for the next 4 years after his election. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe there'll be a turning of hearts. And they'll agree with him and go down this rabbit hole of fun without him having to fight. But I honestly think he's got another fight on his hands.
Oh yeah, I mean, winning the presidency. Okay, the fight for the presidency is over.
Look at TC, you're too serious. Look, I have to be somewhat because I'm the one that's asking all the questions. I'm presenting the scenarios, Lynn. When it comes down to it, it is sometimes you have to have that that mindset of seriousness, that straight man to see exactly what insanity is going to be eking out of the other two. If that's it. I mean, if your son was here, you'd catch on. So,
But yeah, this is going to be a fun time for the next couple weeks.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. I will agree with that. But right now, you've got 3 months or so before the election.
For
Okay,
16
I said
weeks.
3 months or so. You say 4.
Well, I know the exact time you do, though. Nah.
Again, doesn't matter.
But 16 weeks exactly to this day.
Okay, so again, doesn't matter. You've got time. Still, things can happen.
So, oh God, fortunately. Here's the thing. They keep on, Biden put out on Morning Joe today. He said, I'm not going to step down, or well, his political
November 5.
Today, after that, fucking several ads from other news outlets like CNN and other posted videos of fucking people
Lynn
saying,
said
please quit,
3.5
Mr.
months.
President.
Wrong.
3.5 months, really? Is it really?
Yeah.
Someone said today it was, well, I could be wrong.
Hell, I was listening to Trump, and he said, 3 months. So I don't know. I don't know.
But I guess it is 60. I don't know. God, I can't do math.
We are in the middle of July. August,
Yeah.
September, October, 3.5 months.
But either way, the I'm just loving how they're trying to bring Biden down because they're like, hey, you can't win. It's like, honestly, you guys can't win if you put somebody else up there. Because the DNC still remembers what they did with Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. That's a big fucking deal still to this day. They didn't want fucking Hillary Clinton. They wanted Bernie Sanders.
Question. No, to answer that one, they actually didn't want Bernie Sanders. They were
What?
afraid of Bernie.
No, the DNC didn't want him, but the people wanted him.
Again, it comes back down to even the Bernie bros were split down. We were kind of divided.
That's
There wasn't enough of them to push him over the edge. He wasn't that likable. I hate to break it to everybody. It would have been fun for Bernie Sanders to go up against Donald Trump and watch Trump mop the fucking floor with him. It would have been great. It would have been fun. It would have been great popcorn shit. But let's be real. Let's be honest. Bernie Sanders is just a soft, gooey cake.
Yeah, I know.
He's a
Yes.
coffee cake.
It's just a soft, gooey cake.
Okay? The only thing that they had going forward that could have done damage to Donald Trump, fortunately, was Hillary Clinton. With the amount of dirt that she had on the man, both of them had the same equal amount of dirt on each other. Let's be real. So, not only did her investment secure her win to be the next person in line of the presidency, she also had the ability to do harm to Donald Trump. The problem is, like I mentioned earlier, he had the equal amount of harm to do as much damage to her. And he did.
Yeah.
And because it was a fucking fight, a dirty fight, she lost royally. He won. Barely,
True.
but he won. I was there during that entire, counting of the ballots. I actually went downstairs to the front room, the family room, where my mother was watching the whole thing. I was laughing up the storm when they finally announced that Donald Trump won. It wasn't a huge victory,
Oh, no.
but he won nonetheless.
Yep.
So,
I think I
she
told you
tried.
guys what I was
Yes,
doing
that's
that
correct.
night.
Yes. I called it down like, no, he's gonna win.
We
My
were
mother
all
was,
together.
"No,
We
no,
were
no,
like,
no.
what the fuck happened? What the fuck
Hillary's
happened?
gonna win that one." And again, these are two Canadians kind of having fun with this. This is shooting the shit. Yeah, my mother has this hate boner on Donald Trump. I'm kind of don't care either way. I don't find him a disgrace of a human being, as some would. Yeah, he's not the greatest of all people. Let's put it that way. No one's the greatest of all people. But I mean, hell, the man in question, Terry Bollea, aka Hulk Hogan, is not the best of all people. But
No, actually, I was like, this is probably not the best to go with. You would have better
but
going off with. You would have been better going off with Stone Cold. I mean, he did beat his wife, but I mean, hell, it would have been better than Hulk Hogan.
yeah, who has some questionabilities and also lied about a few things. But regardless of the factor, not everybody is the perfect specimen of human beings. So yeah, I'm going to give people the benefit of the doubt. If there's a bit of humor and I can find it, I'll go with it. I'll run
So
with it.
we got through Donald Trump here. What do y'all think about JD Vance?
I don't know enough about him to give an opinion.
I think he's the mini-me of Donald Trump.
I think if you give him a box of crayons, he's harmless
Pretty much that's basically
because he
why
was a
he's there.
Marine.
Yeah. I said he was the mini-me. He was Donald
Is that
Trump's
what you
mini-me.
want for Christmas? Do you want a box of crayons, Jen?
No, he wanted
No,
Hulk
no,
Hogan.
I'm not
We
a
got
Marine.
him. He wanted Hulk Hogan.
Marines,
And we got
Marines
him.
get the best crayons. That's all there is to it.
JD Vance got the
That's
best
all they-
best coloring book that you can ever buy. Hulk fucking Hogan, who showed up pretty much unannounced and stood up on the podium and gave up one of the better speeches of the entire night.
I did notice that, and I thought, wow, that was actually the best speech of that night.
And it was a brilliant speech. I loved it. I loved Tucker's speech as well. That one was a really good one. I found it hilarious watching Kid Rock do his shtick in front of golfers that know fuck all about what he does, and them trying to look hip and cool for close to 60.
Listen, let's be honest. The RNC did the fucking Macarena, or the
I
DNC did
know.
the Macarena once. Let's
I
not even
know.
go there. Let's not even go there. Kid Rock is definitely less fucking, So let's not even go there.
Ah.
I was there at that one, so I was just kind of like, this is kind of fucking weird. Why are we doing the Macarena?
Oh, you really? What? Why are you doing the Macarena? Because that's what a certain Hillary Clinton was doing at the
And
time.
I was like, why the fuck are we doing the Macarena? Oh,
You mean this?
fuck.
You mean this? This thing? Back in the day when
Uh,
she was likable? And
No, she
only
wasn't
because
even
she was
likable
because of her
then.
husband?
And listen, she wasn't likable. Her husband was likable. She was never fucking likable.
Yeah, I know. But I know. We
If you
all.
look carefully, you can see me in there somewhere.
It's-
I'm not kidding.
but oh god. But
I told you I
going
used to be
on Liv,
political.
he has only been a senator since 2020. Yeah, I know. Since 2022. Not corrupt. We'll say he is not corrupted yet, or hasn't been. We really don't know, honestly. Doesn't take long to corrupt somebody. Let's be real. To be real.
You know,
Geez.
Ah.
Hillary was always known as the Ice Queen. Yeah, no, I know this.
Hillary had a different name. It was not Ice Queen. It was
But
not Ice Queen.
anywho, the she bitch, she did the Macarena.
was it Alice?
It was a C word, and it had.
Oh.
There was also another
See you next
C
Tuesday?
word. There was
Yes,
an L
that's what
word.
it is.
We'll say what order? CLSP.
I say may not. Well, you say that, but regardless of the factor, now that we got past the RNC, we've got to wait for the DNC. We've got, and I feel like I'm waiting to go to your version of the driving thing. When is it? I forget what the
I
motor
don't
vehicle
think the
thing.
DNC can match that kind of energy.
Yes. So will that energy kind of match with each other, or is it going to be the same thing as waiting in line at the motor vehicle branch of whatever area that you're standing in?
The DMV. Okay,
Thank
yeah.
you. And just waiting in line for whatever paperwork to be looked at and gave back to you to go back into line to have rinse repeat in a different window. We won't know. We will have to wait. So Honestly, the one thing I have a clear indications going forward that we will not see Jack Black there.
Or his friend. You won't see his friend there either.
So
Holy shit, that was a fucking beautiful fucking shit show.
yes.
Holy fuck. And it was like, oh, I should have said that. Yeah, too late now. You already fucking said it.
Well, no. This is where the argument I have to come into play. This is where the extreme comes in, and I know Lynn kind of pointed this out a while back that some of the extreme lefties have gotten over the board and have spoken the quiet part out loud. Like he how we finally got one that had the daring to go up on the rooftop to shoot at this motherfucker and he missed and so on and so forth. Now these motherfuckers are being fired.
Yeah.
Some cases
And
they're being censored and being removed off of platforms.
some of them are being visited.
But again, is this called for?
No and yes. No
I
on
love
the
to know that.
they
Yeah,
should. No and yes. No on the fact they should be fired. They should, no. Yes on the part they should be fired. No, maybe this. No, or maybe it's the other way around or what? I can't remember. But you know what? Fuck it.
Look, they shouldn't be censored and they shouldn't be fired.
No,
They should be
but
allowed
they should
to
be
voice.
looked into
If
by
it is
certain people.
Never mind.
They should be looked into.
They should be allowed to voice their fucking opinions. The
Yeah.
reason of why is this why you know who your fucking enemies are.
Yep.
You know how far these people are going to go. If they're being visited, I have no
Oh,
fucking worry on
yeah.
that. If somebody decides to come knocking up on their door and kind of go, hey,
I
I
would
agree.
so
Right
and
there.
so.
Lynn said it
What
right.
the fuck were you
Right there.
thinking?
The double-edged sword. Freedom of speech is a double-edged sword.
It is. It
It
is.
is.
And
So-
here's the. I don't want to see them get fired. I don't want to see them get the platform either. When this was happening, it was kind of like, yeah, fuck, it doesn't feel great, does it? Then I was like, fuck, we're gonna go too far, aren't we?
Right. And that basically
that's my
what's
worry.
happening. It is this is where it is. People are going too fucking far. Businesses are going too fucking far in this one. I mean, I don't like Destiny. Personally,
No.
can't stand the grifter known as Destiny. I don't even like Boogie. I don't like Buddha Dumb and all the others that are on social media. But
Well-
should they be removed off these platforms if they say something kind of questionable?
Here's the thing about the Destiny thing. I don't think they should pull them off, but Kick has the right because it is in their terms of service.
Correct.
So he did violate their terms of service.
Oh no! And again, I will
So
accommodate
that-
for the business. If that's part of the terms of service, the TOS. I always say read the TOS.
And he did violate the terms. So Destiny, I'm actually okay with. That's in the terms of service.
But
Do not advocate violence.
Yeah.
And they were like, he did do it on our platform. It says do not do it on our platform or others. Like, not, that one's kind of. But that one was loud enough to where it was like, you know what? That's on you.
No.
That one's on
again,
you.
but again, like I said, I don't see the reason of why See, I'm going to have the same argument, regardless if it's somebody on the right or somebody on the left. Deplatforming them is kind of a bad call, but I will agree when it comes down to it's the business, and this is something I've always going to be standing on that hill. It's the business's decision. I may not find it correct, but again, it's the business. You sign the deal by opting in to use whatever fucking platform to spew whatever you want, and to gather whoever you want on that particular platform.
Here was I found interesting. I found Tim Pool who said, no, we should not deplatform. But after the gunshot, he was like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. I've tried to be fucking nice. This is what it's gotten us. And he's kind of right in that aspect.
No,
At the same time, we have to be better.
No, you do, and that's where the unfortunate thing. If you're going to be playing on this game of freedom of speech, then you have to give these people the ability to say their piece, and then allow the proper authorities, if it feels like it's gotten too far, to deal with that.
Now, the Home Depot woman,
Yes.
there is an interesting story behind that. They had already heard about before that had happened, apparently.
Mhm.
The employees knew of it.
Yeah.
ads. Some of them were Biden supporters, some of them, but they all did not feel comfortable with her being there anymore because they knew the heat it would bring.
I know. Okay.
So that might have actually been not just a corporate thing. That might have been, hey, I can't work here with that because that's fucking.
No, but that's still a
Shit
corporate
sandwich.
decision.
That's
That
right.
unfortunately is
Yeah, because
still
now it's affecting the employees.
The
it
entire
is
the other
affecting
employees.
That is a decision that's being held by the corporation, usually by management, which is part of the corporation.
Well, here's the thing: it wasn't even brought by me. It was brought up by the other employees. Like, hey, this is a
No, but
problem.
again, it's brought up by employee to management. Management has to take it to the next level.
Yeah, and
So-
so that was kind of on her.
No,
Again.
no, I totally get. But again, the way how it was presented, and I don't like a lot of the clipping of things. And again, I'm still going to argue the factor that she should have the ability to voice her opinion, whether it's right or wrong, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
If
and
it
then
makes
other
other people feel kind of uncomfortable, then that's up to them to voice. If that's the case,
wait.
they actually did voice.
she
Yeah.
has the right to voice her opinion publicly. Of
Yes.
course.
Of course.
People have the right to disassociate from her publicly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And like I said before, if other people within that industry voice their opinion to the proper chain, then it's within that chain's right to remove her. But because of the fact that we only get a snippet
Yeah.
of what happened, it does look like she was kind of removed from the company just based on her opinion.
No, it does look like that way, but there was more than her opinion.
No. Again, like I
So-
said, it's just from what out there, it does look bad. Which is why I don't jump on the fucking bandwagon on a lot of things. I'm just gonna kind of go from what I'm given here. It doesn't look good. I still need more information.
Here's the thing: if you say something like "don't miss" or "I wish he hadn't missed," or you say something along those lines, that's fine. That's your right to say it. However, I'm going to ridicule the shit out of you and call you a retard.
Go for it. Go for it.
because not because you're going to get fired. I don't care if you get fired. I hope you keep your job. I hope you work hard. I hope you get through this. I hope you get through this. However, I'm not going to fucking blame the Secret Service or the fucking FBI or the CIA coming knocking on your fucking door and saying, hey, you said this. This could be interpreted as a threat. Are you a threat?
Again, I have no.
We're also
qualms
going to
with
call
that
your
either.
fucking
It's like-
boss and find out too.
No, but again,
So-
like I said, I have no qualms on that level. Like I
No,
said
I
before,
don't.
it has to go through the proper channels. It has to have that proper kind of continuity going from one hand to the next. If it doesn't have that, and there's a break in the chain somewhere,
Yeah.
I'm going to make a little bit of a stink, and I'm going to ask a lot of different questions, like why are we getting rid of this person here if we haven't followed through on these other things?
So I'm just
it's
glad I
probably
don't have a
kinda odd.
job anymore because if I
Yeah.
did, I would have been fired a long time ago for
Oh
something.
no, that's what it means. So it's like,
I mean, because I'm not saying anything illegal, but damn, I'm saying a lot.
no, I mean when it comes down to Canadians, we have the ability to talk amongst each other without having to worry about some secret service trying to knock on our fucking door. We really don't have that level when it comes down to it. Our level's a little different than yours.
But do you really say anything important over in that country, anyways?
Most of the time I have, and
You say
again
sorry a lot. I mean,
that's kind of baked. It's kind of baked in its soil.
exactly. So it's like
It's kind of baked in our cake. So I mean, we also
90
have we also have the
90% of your
ability-
sentences
we
end
also
with
have the
sorry.
ability of going up against to our prime minister or a representative of whatever the level of power and tell them to fuck off.
Oh,
So
and that's good. That's good for you. I'll tell you what.
and apparently we don't have that ability of freedom of speech and all the other bills of rights and all that kind of shit. But we still practice what is considered a bill of rights up here. Kind of weird. We don't have one, but we are practicing one. Yeah, there are some scary moments that do look like it could go to that next level, but it never does.
That's kind of what I'm worried about. I don't want someone to lose their bank over this. I don't want somebody to lose their money over this. I don't want someone to lose their job.
I don't find that. I find that
I,
uncool.
I find that.
I find that
here's the thing.
uncool.
I understand a lot of people was like, oh no, it's revenge time. We got to go full in, balls to the wall. It's like, no, we can got.
Oh, yeah.
There are times I've wanted to so badly. You don't understand how badly.
But the funny thing is that our government has done that, tried to cancel people's bank accounts. Funny enough, there has been a massive lawsuit against that person who allowed that to happen.
And he's financially responsible for that, and that money might go bye-bye.
I know. It's kind of
the wife's. Here's the thing: even your wife's house, because they were married at the time. So
there's another twist. The ER doctor said the shooter didn't have any blood spatter. Interesting.
Yeah, he did. They showed it in the photo. Unless they wiped it off.
Yeah. So, because there is speculation that there were multiple shooters. There was a lot of different things. Like I said, getting to the crux of trying to figure out how this came to be for the Trump situation. I don't know. But like I said before, when I saw it and I went through it, I felt like it was set up.
Oh no, it definitely was set up. I don't know if it was set up by the shooter was set, but the shooter was. If there was a shooter, if anybody decided to go shooting that day or possibly in the future, they were set up for fucking success.
Yeah, I know, right? So
I mean, honestly, you don't get any fucking laser that. And finally, a Kennedy has protection again. Finally, after all these long years,
and now the FBI has washed the roof, so there's never. Yeah, see, there you go. Like I said,
okay. Here's the thing: to get the remaining evidence off the roof, what they do is they get as much evidence by hand as they can. Then they take a bucket, and this is for real in any scene, and they pump water in there and suck it up through a suction pump.
Yeah,
and then they filter that out to see if there's anything they missed.
But there's a lot of debris that they have to siphon through. But regardless of the fact, it does look like it's washing away a lot of different evidence when that kind of procedure does happen, because it's a new, unheard of feature that we don't see on regular media. Because that's something that
that's the other thing is this is real life. This is not TV.
No, but this is how they collect evidence, actually.
Yes. So there's a lot of questionability. So regardless of the factor, like I said, when I first saw this go down, of course they're going to use a power washer. You got to get off that. Look, blood itself is hard to get rid of.
Well, biohazard.
Yes.
Yeah, it's also a biohazard. But the thing is, like I said, they catch all that water, then they boil it down and get every bit of evidence out of there. Like even the blood that was still in there, they take that and boil it out.
Yep.
And they get
forensics is a weird thing. I mean, forensics is a weird thing, and the things that we've done so far in order to get to where we are, and still adding more tools in that the common everyday person would think that they're trying to get rid of the evidence. No, it's a little bit different than that.
It's a lot different from when it was 20 years ago. I'll tell you that.
But like I said before, just because you don't see it on your media department doesn't necessarily entertainment. That's where most people get an idea of what forensics is capable of doing. Actually, but on the entertainment level, it's like many years behind what the new trend is.
Oh god, yeah, the stuff they show the reruns they show up from back in the 90s and 80s of the crime scene shows. They haven't been updated in 20 years.
No.
Crime scenes are fucking...
even the new shows that have their forensics, they're not up.
Well, CSI makes a lot of their shit up.
Yes.
A lot of the shit they did, they're like, you know what? Would that work? And they tried it, and some of it did, and some of it didn't.
Some of it does, but again, entertainment is a weird kind of thing.
Entertainment's a weird thing.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
But again, I'm not discrediting the idea that it could be a cover-up, because again, the moment that you have the information, that paperwork can disappear.
Well, like I said, when the FBI was involved, the truth was lost to us.
So, regardless of the factor, it is kind of weird. Like I said, it feels like a setup. I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. we can go through a lot of different. Oh, okay. Well, sad
A
for
lot of people are dying this week.
I mean, sad for I mean, the kid's not alone apparently.
I mean,
Bob Newhart died.
Newhart, couple other people fucking died. It was like a smorgasbord of fucking people died this
So
week.
I mean, the kid, if he's at the pearly gates, if you believe in that, he's not alone. He's got a small entertainment.
Who's the other?
There was someone
Lou
else.
Dog or somebody?
Well, Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons. There were, like I said, there's been like about. It's like, all right, what do we got to do? We got to kill this person, this person, and this person. Make it look like natural causes. Because we got to get and it's not working. The next one is probably going to be a high ranking. It's going to be The Rock. the Rock's going to die. So everybody can forget about Trump's
only
shot.
Hope. You can only hope.
Why do you think I put it up there? I mean, no. Don't kill The Rock. Before,
I'm not going to say don't.
So he can see. I mean, Moana 2 is going to kill him. I have a feeling. So.
What can I say except don't kill me?
The box office for that.
I mean, technically, Star Wars has been dead for a while, and some people are still mourning over the loss.
That was dead the second Disney bought it. We just
I
didn't
know, right?
it.
And most people didn't even actually. The moment that
I've
Lucas
accepted
decided
that loss.
to sell it off, I knew it was dead. So yeah, I mean, we've had quite a few people pass on. Some that you didn't even know, like the Speed Racer star Kristen Oliver. He died at 51. So most people don't pay attention to this shit. They only wait for the big and important people.
When I heard Bob, I was actually heard about Bob Newhart. I was hired. I didn't care. I was like, Richard Simmons dead. I don't care.
Yeah, but Bob was 94.
94. I was sad because not because he's dead, but because did you see the clip of this person posted this and said Bob in heaven, and then Norm Macdonald came by and said, "Hey Bob," and "Hey Norm." It was like, okay, yeah. That made me feel better.
Naomi Pomeroy, she passed.
Okay.
Those two are interested in the Top Chef Master.
Oh, the 90210 chick?
No. She's
died
Master
she died
Chef from it's a chef. The chef.
No, the 90210 chick who played the sister to the.
Oh yeah. She
died of cancer.
Yeah.
That we knew that was coming. She was
Doherty.
Elizabeth
Doré.
Doré.
Yeah, I know it's Shannon. That's all it is.
Shannon Doré. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was Elizabeth. I can't know why.
Yeah. We know that Richard Simmons passed. We also had Jacob Jones. We also had Dr. Ruth Westheimer, the sexologist. She passed at 96.
Yeah.
Shelley Duvet passed not that long ago on July 11th at the age of 75.
The model for Firestar,
Yeah.
and also many other shows.
Pat Colbert also passed, at 77. So there has been a good selection of people that passed. So some young,
just
some
seemed
old.
to happen this week, though. This probably.
But
I mean,
it was just it seems like it was like a inevitability. I mean, like
for
I said,
a lot of them
earlier than others. Hell, Kobe's dad died. The not so helicopter parent. He died.
Oh,
hey, but you know what? You know how LeBron James became the best NBA player there is today?
Because of his dad.
No, because Kobe died.
That's true. That is. But that was always a guarantee. That was always a guarantee. Kobe was.
That was the only fucking way LeBron was going to be the best alive.
LeBron and Kobe were always having that issues, but.
Oh no, fucking LeBron couldn't fucking hold a fucking candle.
Oh, I know. But still, he was far better. Martin Mull apparently passed.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There is a lot. Hell, the kid from the Alf kid, the boy, he passed. He was found.
Oh shit! Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, he was found in a Chase Bank parking lot, dead with his dog, which was his service helper dog. They died because of a heat stroke. He fell asleep in the car. The dog was with him.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's
No,
like,
the guy who played the father had cancer, didn't he?
yeah, the guy that played the father, he died. He had cancer, but the kid, Brandon, whatever the kid, I knew it was a B. He passed. He was in
That's sad.
his late 40s. I want to say
He was in
49.
the military, wasn't he?
No, maybe, I don't know. I think the
I don't
father,
know.
the guy that played the father, I think he was, but not the kid.
Oh yeah, that's a possibility. I don't know.
Yeah. So, like I said, there's a lot that has happened when it comes down to it. So it's like there's a lot. So we also have to remember the great legend himself, a Canadian true legend, 88, Donald Sutherland also passed. So I mean, it
Oh
is
yeah,
one of those things.
Donald. He died a couple weeks ago, though. So
And I know, but again, I always want to preface that Canadian legend.
I know. Yeah.
So
But he was actually I liked his shit a lot back in the day. Donald Sutherland is probably actually we don't have a lot of old actors left anymore. I mean, we do, but at the same
not
time,
the
we really
good
don't.
ones. All the good ones are almost gone.
I think we got. Oh God, just yeah. Once
Dick Van Dyke is still alive.
yeah,
I
but
guess
he's
they all-
almost 100. Yeah, I
I
mean,
guess
honestly
they all-
though, for 100 though, he moves around like he's fucking 70. I'm not,
Mhm.
just damn good.
He probably
But he-
invested in hiring small children to tap every now and then.
no, well,
Damn.
What
What?
I mean, what is that part of the blood? And I forget what it is. It's found in the umbilical cord.
Okay, well, here's
Oh,
the
stem
thing.
cells.
Thank
Stem
you.
cell-
That's it.
stem
See, I
cell.
know
Here's
I know
the
where
thing,
it's
what-
from. So
what was
he's
it?
tapping the young kids for their stem cells. He's using stem cells in order to survive.
What was it? Actually, they found out that young kids' blood, if you will help reverse aging.
I
To a
told
point,
you.
not completely, but
Told you that
lot.
that's always the funny thing is that's been
Who do you have to sell your soul to in order to do that, though?
Dick Cheney.
Anderson?
Dick Cheney. I mean,
But no, I mean it is one of those things. This is something that's been around for like centuries. This has been an old. I mean, there's been many stories and many tales of rich white old women hiring younger women and to bathe in their blood.
or transfusions. Actually,
Yeah.
transfusion has been a thing for a while. We know George Soros; he's on his last fucking legs. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then we still have to worry about his son, Alex.
I'm not. Again, I'm concerned. Yes, the Soros family tree is very weird. But
here's the thing. Guess what level? Guess what generation of wealth he is?
Fifth?
No, he's the third.
Oh,
Yeah.
Guess what? The first builds it. This what was it? First gets the wealth. The second grows the wealth. The first builds the wealth. The second grows the wealth, and the third. Guess what the third does?
spends
Usually
it all.
spends it all.
Loses it all. They don't
No,
spend
no,
it all.
but
They
they usually
lose
spend it all. Yeah.
Yeah, they usually spend or lose it all.
What about
It's
the
happened
Rothschilds?
so many. There were people there were families that had so much wealth. It was a shocker when they fucking realized that they lost it all in a couple years of getting it.
What
was
about the
insane.
Rothschilds?
The Rothschilds, they have a lot of investments.
Here's the thing about the Rothschilds. None of them really own the money that they have.
Yes.
I mean, they have access to it, but it's
like I said, they have a lot of
basically
investments. None of them that they can actually truly tap into.
Basically, they get money from the investments that is spilled over through what is it called?
Dividends?
So if I
Yeah, the
remember, the
dividends.
Rothschild bank account is actually associated with another investment holding fund, like a hedge fund.
None of them actually have any money, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, they essentially have an allowance, which is insane.
They have an
Insane.
allowance.
Yeah,
No, essentially that is what
yeah.
it is. They will never have to actually earn money as long as they live. Most of them. It go after a while. It gets it will probably after about the 100th or so generation. It will get
Probably.
diluted to where,
But
it will get diluted to where it's barely a paycheck anymore for the average person. But It's gonna be a while. Yeah,
It is. It is.
it's like BlackRock. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, look, like I said before, and then these little rants I have with Nemo. Yes, the BlackRock and Vanguard have a untethered amount of money. They have a sizable amount of fund that just seems to replenish itself. So anytime,
from the Nazi war funds, child funds, I think.
from what I understand,
The one that was started by that mustache guy, you know,
yeah, the funny mustache guy,
the funny mustache
yeah.
guy. He set up that fund so
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
people had money forever. Yeah,
But
he took it from other people. I think.
no. I have one more thing to actually present. I hope I got this all figured up and not fucked up. I don't think I did. To present just for the shits and giggles. And then we're gonna have to wrap this fucker up to get the fuck out of here. Because yes, we're already at the hour and a half mark. We've talked a lot about Trump and Trump related things. We got away from it to roll back to something insane from the extreme left. So hope you guys enjoy this. This is the
Oh my god!
presentation. This is the greatest presentation I have. Please enjoy and try to figure this out.
I don't know what to do. I have no answers. They're kicking me out of my hotel room because I asked them to wear an N95 mask. And they said that if I wanted that, I was at the wrong hotel and I had an hour to leave. I don't know where to go. I'm almost out of money. More scans just keep getting added to the docket. I don't even have one fully functioning arm at this point. Where do I... My mom isn't answering the phone. It's not like we were estranged. I literally... Because she was super abusive, but...
Did she spank you because you did bad things?
I don't know what to
Yeah.
do.
Abuse.
Where
That
do I
is
go?
come up.
What do I do?
Well, the best thing
Die.
you can do, shut the fuck up. But yeah, so that lovely woman thing, yeah, it has anxiety, has a level of depression. She's got an exam that she's got to deal with, all that kind of shit, and she dared to tell a hotel, an Operation Hotel, to wear N95 masks around them. At a time frame where you don't need that shit no more.
Well, we know that shit don't work no more.
Yes.
Or even fucking Biden has admitted that shit don't work no more.
I know, Jesus Christ. The only issue I have, I feel sorry for the cat.
Yeah.
Is he retarded?
No, the cat that walked past. The little mental retarded individual has a cat.
Oh, I didn't see the cat. That's
You
poor
didn't
cat.
see the cat?
That's sad.
I
The
know.
cat's
That's
gonna
what I
be-
said.
that
I
cat's gonna
feel
be
sorry
dead.
for the kitty cat.
So that's sad. Or the cat will eat his eyeballs and tongue.
Well, I know. So see, right behind there's the kitty cat. See, kitty cat.
How can he be in a hotel then? I don't think he's in a hotel.
Well,
Some hotels
there's
will
some
allow
places
small
that
animals.
do allow pets.
Oh.
Especially if he's homeless, he's like, look, this is my animal. I have nowhere else to put it. I don't want to put it in a shelter. Please, 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 please. If you beg enough.
Yeah.
And they probably felt more sorry for the cat that
cat is running around it, yeah, carrying more germs.
You know, ooh, that's an idea. Say you're Mexican. Go to the other hotels that are taking in Mexicans right now.
No,
And
no.
I'm sure they'll
I
take you
find
in.
it amusing that the hotel then would have felt more sorry for the cat and said, okay, fine. The cat has a hotel room. You're just staying with the cat. And the second that is like, can you all wear N95 masks? And they're like, no.
Here's the thing. He acted like he asked once. I think he got to the point to where he threatened them. I have a feeling.
Look,
Yeah, I'm sure there's more to this story than
there's always more to the story. But when I saw the thing there up in front. I'm like going, oh my god, this is another dyke gone wrong. And then it comes up with this entire spiel of, oh my god, the hotel is kicking me out. And all I did was ask them to wear a medical N95 mask.
Yeah, no, I'm
around
sure
me.
it
I'm
wasn't
like,
just
wait,
asking.
hold up. And then it started rattling off all these other different issues. And I'm like going, okay. And then it added on top of all the issues that I tried contacting my parent, my mother, and she's ghosting me.
And she's abusive, and I don't want to, but she's abusive. I'm like, yeah, I think your mother doesn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, your mother is ghosting you because of the fact that you are an angry dyke. Simple as that. See, I come from the old school of understanding the terminology. That was an angry dyke. Pure simple. They can identify as a lemming. I don't fucking care. Angry dyke.
Yeah, I
Should
agree
be
with
laughing because it's more sad than funny, but sometimes the only response is laughing.
I know, right?
you. Not going there for a little bit. Have a laugh.
I know, right? So the last question I have for everybody that wishes to play along, it's a very simple question. It actually was posted on X because again I like doing these things. This was presented. What would you do with this room in the house? This little tiny room. What would you do with it? I'm saying drugged in.
You have my answer if you scroll down under yours.
How big is that? What is that? It's like a 4x4. That's like barely anything.
I responded to your message.
I know.
So you already have mine, so you might as well show
See,
it.
look, the person says, see,
That's
look. I like this. room within room. This person's like, wait, what? How big is that? There's this one. I like that one too. The podium.
Yeah, that I would go with that one. Perfect place for a trophy. If I had one.
That's actually pretty good. That one I like. I like that one too. The ball pit. A box for the box. For all the boxes. Linux.
Okay, sir. Yeah, okay.
Little house. So yes, see, dragged in right there, dragged in. No girls allowed. So yes, God, probably Harry Potter's going to show up.
Show mine.
But food pantry, that's actually upstairs. I don't know.
Well, I would make that into a dungeon for all my guests.
I know. I saw that eventually. It did show up.
Is it big enough though, Jem?
Oh,
Yes,
if you hang them off the wall.
Yes, that's all you have to do. It would be nice.
A dungeon. And a dungeon. Not a big one, just one where you can just,
Another Minecraft reference.
Oh, God damn it. There was one where they had the little space above the stairs that's got a window but you can't get to.
Yeah.
What would you put here? I love that one.
Pen, this one relates to you.
Oh.
Cat.
Oh.
A little cat room. There you go. So
Actually,
That
would be the
room's
litter
gonna
box room.
stink.
Sorry.
Yeah,
That would be the litter box room.
see, there you go. So there you go. A little bit of fun. We had a lot of seriousness. Now we got a little bit of jovial. We saw a crazy person, an angry dyke, up there. I didn't even cover anything about a lot of the Yusuke shit. I was tripping along at the beginning of it. So glad that you guys came along. If you liked what you heard, like, comment, subscribe, depending on whereabouts you are. I still don't know what you're supposed to do on X until that day happens. I'm still waiting. I'm guessing you're supposed to like repeat or whatever it is.
You tweet or like.
Something like that. So, it is what it
Repost.
is. I don't think there's an algorithm. I don't really care on that side because I like that side. But as usual, I give these motherfuckers their last rights. I hit buttons. Get the fuck out of here.
I have nothing to